Hey LinkedIn fam, this is just an update to my previous video about marketing automation, connecting our CRM Pipedrive to our sales enablement, sales automation platform outreach using PieSync. So I made a bunch of connection rules that I showed you guys last time, and I kind of showed you how those triggers flow. But in this video, I'm just going to kind of show and talk about how all of that's going to flow in our system, but I'm not going to elaborate to how it sets up. If you want me to do a video on how to set all of this up to kind of basically recreate what we've done, let me know. I can easily do that. But without further ado, let me just get into it. So SDRs can prospect for leads, and then they'll be added to our CRM Pipedrive, and then they'll be automatically added to a sequence that's specific for leads entering our sales cycle. And they'll be given a lead score based off of where they're at in our sales cycle, or if they have an opt-out or bad email status. Then if they start to rot after 3 months of no activity under that lead or that specific deal, they'll be automatically taken out of any previous sequence that they were in, and then those leads will be added to a fallback content sequence, and then they'll be given a new lead score accordingly. If they leave the company or if their email changes for any reason, then those leads will be auto-flagged in Outreach and Pipedrive, and they will stop any current sequences with the bad email. If our future SDRs update those leads and their contact information in Pipedrive with an updated tag, then they'll be auto-added back to a fallback content sequence. And if after all of that, the lead is still, it still has a bad email, then it'll take it out again and it'll take away the updated tag that the SDRs just gave it, and they'll give it the bad email tag again accordingly and flag it in both Outreach and Pipedrive and stop any sequences that the lead is in again. On the marketing side to all of this, whenever we have any new sales / marketing initiatives, like we're targeting certain customers or we're targeting certain industries, like say we're going to go after all the Adobe Experience Manager customers and see if we get them to migrate over, or we're going after everybody in the call tracking space or anything like that in that kind of vein, we can automatically add those leads to Pipedrive and they'll be auto synced to Outreach and then auto sequence into the appropriate sequence for whatever we're specifically targeting. And then I'll have backup rules in place to auto tag and auto sequence based off of the initiatives, and then based off of, if there's, again, an issue with their email or they opt out. But also, the main difference when setting up between the marketing initiatives versus the sales initiatives on the rules and the trigger-based system is that on the sales side, I'm using a lead score. But for all the marketing stuff, there's a part in PieSync and there's a part in Outreach in their trigger and in their connection rule system where you can basically select a custom field. And I'm using the custom fields for all the marketing based stuff. And then basically just setting the trigger up to look for that value that's custom, if that makes sense. So now without further ado, I hope that all made sense. I know it's kind of hard getting all of that without me kind of going over each specifically and saying hey, this is what this does. But I'm just going to kind of scroll through now and you can kind of see what I've done.